많이 오는 동네가 있어. 거기 가면 저게 맛있지. 고기 같은 것도 이거 구경 좀 한번 하고 갈래?
나도 우리 딸내미들 때문에 물어봤어.
아닌 것 같은데. 일로 여보.
어?
일로. 가봐 그러면 우리가 들어가지 않아.
사과에 보면 커.
Hello! Someone just joined. This is Nagwon Musical Instrument Market in Seoul, South Korea. Up there you can see in Korean Nagwon Akki Sangha. Hello, if you're just joining in. This is the musical instrument market in Seoul, downtown, central downtown Seoul, South Korea. And I'm just here to, okay? They skedaddled. Well, I guess I'll just stroll around, and I'm not going to narrate too much. And just some sightseeing without ever having to get on an airplane and go anywhere. This is Nagwon Music Market in Seoul, South Korea. A little bit of everything, mostly guitars, of course, but got your brass, MIDI stuff. The live PA stuff is mostly down at that end. But I first came to Korea 26 years ago, maybe more. And it's pretty much the same as it was back then. Yeah.
샀어 좋은 걸로 마음에 드는 걸로.
This is the biggest guitar pedal store at Nagwon. Pretty much any guitar pedal, well, not pretty much any guitar pedal, but he's got a pretty good selection here. I'm not gonna live stream inside of a store. They're kind of sensitive about that here. Actually, I am here to look at a certain kind of guitar. I've had my eye on this thing for years. That's a Dean resonator. It's been here for years. And I've had my eye on it for years. Dean, I think they went out of business, but I could be wrong about that. It's a really good guitar. Oh, let me see. But I'm looking for a Jaguar style guitar. Not that I have the means to get one right now, but here's a cable store where you can get any kind of cable made that you need, custom made. And they have a lot that are made prefab. So let's take a look around here inside.
드세요. 오늘이에요?
안녕하세요.
네.
Alright. Yeah, so something Jaguar-y. I'm looking for a Jaguar style guitar. Not necessarily a Fender, but something in that genre. It could be a Korean knockoff Jaguar. I don't mind. Korea makes good guitars. You have to upgrade the hardware often. Maybe switch out the capacitors, the pots. But the builds are very good quality. So for what I'm looking for, I might need to go upstairs for that. Okay. Accordion. This is a nice guitar shop right here.
이게 피아노 가면 스트레칭.
이거 피아를 어떻게 넣어요?
이게 딱 꺾이면서 아까 쳤던
이렇게 들어가는 거예요?
괜히 또 원장님
I'm gonna go inside and ask. 안녕하세요. 팬더 자구아 스타일 기타 있어요?
Jazz master 있어요.
어디?
We have a jazz master.
Jazz master. Oh, you speak English?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, very good. I'm live streaming. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, Jazz Master. Where is it? Oh, there.
Jazz master.
Yeah, that's got the long tremolo
Yeah.
for shoegaze, right? Wow, it's pretty. There's a real Fender, huh? Well, can I take a closer look?
Yeah, of course.
Cool, thank you. Oh, that's a bit out of my league right now. It's got the extra long tremolo arm. This is a
I'll just bring it down.
shoegaze. No, you don't have to. It's okay. I don't have the money right now. I'm just ice shopping.
Yeah.
It's not. It's pretty though. Right? Is it? What country?
American.
Is it American? Yeah. It's popping right off of there for American build. Oh, it's how much is it? Let me guess. At least 150만 원?
No. 280.
280.
It's an American Fender. So.
It's American. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. 많이 파세요.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. That was a shoegaze guitar. Shoegaze. I'm actually thinking of doing an actual by intent shoegaze song. Microphones. This was my very first USB microphone. Of course, it's a much later, much more recent model now. But this is back when they first came out. The first USB mic I ever got like 17 years ago was a UFO, USB powered condenser microphone. And I still have it. I think I just have to replace the USB jack and it'll probably work again. But anyway. Yeah, microphone store, mixers. They used to sell the whole line of Behringer guitar pedals, knockoffs of Boss, basically. Boss circuit clones. Used to have them all in this store, but looks like they changed ownership or something. So, I'm looking for a Jaguar style guitar, Fender Jaguar style guitar, but hopefully Korean, because I cannot afford a real Fender. I can't afford a guitar at all right now, but at some point in the future, that's okay. There we go. Except that color is not okay. So Squire Jaguar, kind of rhymes. I wonder if Korea even makes a Jaguar knockoff. Okay, so how much is that? Let me see, price tag. Oh, that's 992,000 Korean won. So that's about I don't know. Little over something north of $900 US. But not my color. That is faux show. So I'm gonna go upstairs, and they used to have some good guitar stores upstairs. Okay. There's a view outside. The Nagwon market is built over a major road. Not a major road, but a busy road. It straddles a busy road in the middle of Seoul. So going upstairs. Nobody's interested in Nagwon music market, or probably no one's interested in hearing me go on. Alright, this is upstairs. And field recorders. I love field recorders. Used to have a Sony PCM D50, and it was. Still don't know what happened to that thing. Let's see. At some point, I'm going to have to get another audio interface. Built-in classic analog tone shaping and compression. I need a lot more than that in an interface, I'll tell you that. I need to start planning for when my M-Audio black box gives up the ghost. That's not going to be a happy day. Large capsule cardioid FET condenser microphone. CK6. Avantone. That's a cool name. Vintage 11. There's some pretty cool looking mics in this store. Can you see the diaphragm? Cool. Nice. I'm all microphoned up though. I've got 3 microphones. Don't need another one. All right, so in quest of a Korean Fender Jaguar knockoff. Piano stores. Keyboard, speaker, microphone. Store. Also want to get a pair of monitor headphones at some point. Got some nice stuff in here too. For sure. Audio interfaces. I think none of these even comes close to doing what mine does, though. I dread the day I'm going to be back in the market for that. Drums. Drums. That's on the bucket list too. Some Roland V drums. Someday. You want cajon? There's cajones. Cajones galore. There we go. Accordions. Once had a friend that played accordion. Don't know where he is. He kind of lost his mind and disappeared into the wild blue yonder, the Great White North. Actually, he bugged out to Vancouver, and that's the last I ever heard of him. He was my keyboard player, but he started out as an accordion player. Okay, maybe this. 안녕하세요. 국산 기타 있어요? 다
한국 제품이요?
네. 펜더 자구아 스타일 기타 찾습니다.
그 스타일로는 없어요.
없어요?
네, 펜더나 스콰이어밖에 없어요.
스콰이어밖에 없어요?
네.
스콰이어 있어요?
스콰이어.
스콰이어 자구아?
이거
아, 실버?
네.
아, 실버 뭐시세요? 가격은 119만 원?
101만 9천 원이요.
101만 9천 원?
9천 원, 네.
백이만 9천 원. 현금? 현금으로
99만 원까지.
아,
네.
아 진짜?
네.
여기 있어요 여기?
창고에 있어요.
아,
네,
창고에?
네, 박스.
아, 네네. 그는 나라 국산?
인도네시아.
인도네시아,
네,
인도네시아.
네, 네. 한국 코리아 메이드 인 코리아는
아.
아니고, 네, 한국 거는
인모델
아니에요.
없어요?
네.
아,
한국 거는 없어요, 지금.
아 국산 기타 너무 좋아요. 좋아요. 빌드 너무 좋아요. 예, 고맙습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
네, 많이 봤어요. Okay, so I learned that I can get an Indonesian Fender Squire Jaguar. Indonesian. Now, Indonesia has great wood. A lot of really good wood comes from Indonesia. Big country. Beautiful country. I once took a long excursion through Indonesia. Long and interesting excursion through Indonesia. But anyway, no Korean-made Jaguars. Back here, in the back corners of this building is where I got my M Audio black box audio interface back when it was already what's the word, obsolete. There was a store that carried obsolete stuff, and I got two of them. Two M Audio black box audio interfaces. I think it was back here. I think it might have been this very door. That was many years ago, though. Okay, so, well, I answered my question about the Fender Jaguar. I can get, if I pay cash, I can get an Indonesian made Fender Squire Jaguar, which is nothing to turn one's nose up at. I'm a big believer that the player is more important than the guitar itself. Microphones. Wow, look at that. It's got a tube in it. Authentica. I wonder, can you imagine? Imagine having a glowing tube in front of you while you're tracking. Nice. What the hell's going on here? Please promise. Advanced digital audio workstation. What the hell? I want to move away from that. Okay. Nothing down there. Okay, so I have one more point of curiosity to satisfy. And then I'm going to hit the vape shop and get on the bus and go back to Haji. Back down on the main floor. And I'm going to go into the pedal store. Hopefully he doesn't mind me live streaming in there. So was it that way? I think it was this way. Let's see. Tantara, is that it? Oh, it's over here. Right. 해성악기. 해성악기.
알았어.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hello. 아 이게 라인 6 포드 보스 GT 100
네.
이 이펙트 보드.
네.
이펙트 둘 다 오디오 인터페이스예요? 오디오 녹음할 수
누구?
예.
어떤 거?
이게 컴퓨터 USB로 컴퓨터에 연결하면
네.
녹음할 수 있어요?
그럴 거예요. 네. 이게
USB
USB는 없어요.
USB 없어요?
없어요.
MIDI
네.
in out.
이거는 플로어 완전 라이브용.
USB 컴퓨터 여기
아,
USB 컴퓨터 여기
그거군요. 있네.
있네.
있어요.
GT 100
100.
인터넷으로 살펴 보면 이게 얼마예요?
이건 세컨핸드예요.
네,
중고예요.
중고예요?
중고인데 70만 원.
70만 원?
네. 이거 3months used.
3개월만?
네.
아.
3months. 클릭.
GT 100. 예, 보스 좋아요. 좋아요. 그리고 보스 GT 저 빨간색.
이건
거.
베이스.
베이스?
베이스.
베이스. 오케이. 네, 잘 봤습니다.
네.
감사합니다.
네.
Okay, Boss GT 100, right? GT 100. Okay. See, not even the Boss GT 100, if it turns out to have a viable audio interface, not even that is going to replace my M Audio black box. Because it's not going to have the drum loops and it's not going to have the time-based effects synced to the internal clock to which the drum loops are synced. There's just no replacing the M Audio black box. Anyway, this was Nagwon Music Market. Nobody was interested. Go figure. I don't know. I think if I was living in some other part of the world and I'd never been to Korea, I'd be interested. But that's just me. Anyway, might as well keep going. YouTube hasn't cut me off yet. Sorry if there's some wind noise here. I don't even know if my audio is coming through because I'm wearing USB headphones. And, well, we're going to find out. I'm going to find out anyway. What's this wee shit? Okay, so walking. So here's the. I guess Josh, you might watch this after the fact. There it is, Nagwon Music Mall. It's called Nagwon Music Mall, and as I said, it's built over a fairly busy street here in Jongno. Just smack bang in the middle of Seoul. So right now, all those instruments and all that gear is over our heads. The music market built over a street. And now I'm just going to walk from Nagwon. Okay. And I'm going to walk through an area called Insadong. Wow, YouTube is a tough crowd. What do you got to do? You know, like dance around naked? Throw poop? I'm in the middle of Seoul, South Korea. Just, traveling. These are tarot card fortune tellers booths. Fortune tellers. This is where they go before they get married and before, to get advice on major life changes. Marriages, names for their children. And this is Insadong. There's a lot of art galleries around here. It's kind of a touristy area. It is a very touristy area, but it has some cool things here. Traditional, some old stuff. Let's see if I can find something interesting. Let me see. Okay. No, that's not there. I'm gonna go. Yeah, well, why not? We're gonna go to Chogye Buddhist temple. It's the main temple of the main Buddhist order in Korea. And so on the way, we will walk along Insadong Street. And maybe we'll see something interesting along the way. It's quite uncrowded for a Saturday. Both my wife and I have noticed that Seoul is not as crowded as it used to be on the weekends. And we have different theories as to why that might be. Here's where you get your stamp made. Stamps are a big deal here in Asia, in Korea, and other parts of Asia. I think it's more of a Chinese, Korean, Japanese thing. Here's your famous Korean fried chicken. Draft beer. Okay. So if you go on the internet and you type in Insadong, Insadong, and you can find information on it. It's gotten, more and more modern as the years have gone by.
원래 투명했는데.
내가 늘 오는 길이 아니라 헷갈려.
Okay. I think I might just take a shortcut to get to the temple a little bit quicker. I don't want to push my luck with YouTube. This is Insadong in central Seoul, South Korea. It's like a street performer, harp. And we're headed towards Chogye-sa, the main Buddhist temple in this country. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the main road here. Okay. I think this shortcut should work. It's a lot more international than it used to be. A lot more foreigners running around than there used to be. Alright, so if memory serves, this is going to bring us out near the main Buddhist temple in Seoul. the main Buddhist temple of the main Buddhist order, which is the Chogye Buddhist order. And it's called the Chogye Temple. And it's quite something. So I'm going to be there in just a couple minutes or two. Okay. Man, it's just like one person peeks in, right back out again. Amazing. I'm in Seoul, South Korea. What are you doing? What do you got going on that's so interesting out there? There it is. Yeah, I still know the area well. I'm gonna make a run for it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Chogye-sa. And here's the main Buddha out front. With ivy growing up around him. Pretty cool. And main entrance. And we bow to the guardians. There's a thing to do. There's 4 guardians of the Dharma. I forget their names. I bow to the lute player. Okay. This guy's got a sword. And what do the other guardians have? He's got a trident. I used to know what all this meant. And he's got a dragon in one hand and flame in the other hand. So someone peeked in. It went from 0 to 1 as I'm walking through the entrance to a Buddhist temple in South Korea, and apparently it wasn't interesting enough for that person. Amazing. Geez, just a couple of weeks ago, this was totally different. This was completely different. This was an enclosed pond with lotus flowers in the pond, and actual little catfish swimming around in the pond, and it's all that's totally gone. Incredible. Okay, so this is Chogye-sa, the main temple of the main Buddhist order. I'm looking straight at Chogye-sa. It goes from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0 again. Like, looking at this is not interesting enough for some random YouTube person. Amazing. Okay, so over here is a pagoda. Right? The Korean word is top. It's a top. And right here is the main temple, Chogye-sa. Over there is the monks' quarters. And right there, now I used to live in a temple out in the countryside I lived there for about 9 months, and we're gonna get closer up here. Even that was not interesting enough. Jeez, I can't get close enough to this thing to really make it visible, but up in this building here, there is an enormous bell. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. There's an enormous drum right there, and right next to it there's an enormous bell. And and there's also a big wooden fish. There should be a big, huge wooden fish hanging from the rafter under that, whatever that is, canopy. Yeah, so when I lived in the temple, I used to have to get up at the crack of dawn and do a ceremony. I had to walk around the bell 33 times, and there's a log that swings from chains, and I wish you could see it. So it's a big heavy log, and you pull it back and you let it go. You release it, you let gravity take over, and gravity takes it down and thwack. And the sound is indescribable. It just fills you up. It's a sound that fills you up. Okay, so let me see. I got to be careful where I walk here. And let me see. They're also picky about, let's see. Don't take pictures here. All right. So I'm not supposed to take pictures, and I would guess that includes live streaming. But, okay, there's the big Buddha. That's this Shakyamuni Buddha. There's different Buddhas. There's not just one Buddha. There are like millions of Buddhas in theory. But that is the historical Shakyamuni Buddha. Sakamuni, as they call him here. And, okay, so don't take pictures here. I guess that's for people's privacy. I wish I could take, kind of go inside and take my camera and look around live stream. Okay, which Buddha is that? Oh, I forget. The way that they hold their hands is called a mudra. And that is with one hand, the left hand palm up in the lap, and the right hand fingertips downward on the right knee, or just below the right knee, is Shakyamuni Buddha's mudra position. And you see, I forget these guys. I forget. It's been years. Anyway. I'm trying to remember the names. There's Amita Buddha. The Buddha of infinite light, I think. Amita Buddha. And you see it's surrounded by, modern Seoul. This is the Dharma wheel. Supposed to bow to it. See? Supposed to bow to everything. And of course, there's like murals around the side of the temple depicting the life of the Buddha. Rather, as you would see, like the Stations of the Cross in a Catholic cathedral. You've got the scenes from the life of the Buddha depicted. The historical Buddha was a prince. His father shielded him from the horrifying realities of life because it was foretold that he would become a great spiritual teacher, and his father, the king, didn't want him going sideways like that. So, but he got out of his sheltered environment, and he discovered sickness and old age and death. And you can see right there, he cut off his hair and became a renunciate and went off into the wilderness and starved himself and went through all kinds of ascetic practices, and then finally he became enlightened under the Bodhi tree. And I think it shouldn't be no problem for me to film here. I guess I could probably go up there. Oh. All right. It'd be kind of cool to go through frame by frame and kind of like narrate the whole story. So he attains enlightenment under the Bodhi tree after he almost like starves himself to death. Did sound familiar? He's tempted by beautiful goddesses, but and he says, fuck off. Just chilling. Yeah, fuck off. Chilling under the Bodhi tree for a long time. And that's probably the most peace he ever had in his life. Because then came the disciples. What do you got there, mister? Sangha means the following, the order, both monastic and lay. And so these are just all various episodes of his life. So there are the monks with their bowls. That's another story. Another story. I'm not going to go through all of them here. This depicts the monks in places like Laos and Myanmar, Burma, still live this way. If you go to Laos, in most cities and towns, even the countryside, and you get up early in the morning before dawn, you can go out to the side of the road, and the monks will walk by with their begging bowls, and you can offer them rice as long as was offered, as long as it's offered to them. And you guessed it, Angulimala, and the song is the story of Angulimala. It's an interesting story. You see the guy's going to kill the Buddha. Buddha doesn't give a shit. He's not concerned. Okay, so story. There's the on his death pallet, right? And yeah, this, Korean temples are not like Japanese temples. They're not like Chinese temples. Korean temples have their own unique thing going on. They're colorful, colorfully painted. They have their own special architecture. Many of them, the old ones, are built like jigsaw puzzles without nails or screws or anything like that. They're like jigsaw sets, puzzles, 3D puzzles. And that was because way back in the day, the Japanese used to invade Korea a lot. And if the monks heard that the Japanese were coming, they would take the temples apart and hide the pieces in the forest. Isn't that crazy? And nobody's interested. Like, I know it's the middle of the night, but it's Friday night. Seriously? Nobody's interested in this? Unreal. There's the big bell on the inside in the Buddha Hall. So it's a Buddha Hall like this where I recorded my album, Josh. Roughly this size. Maybe a little bit smaller than this, but it was big. And there was a big bell inside of it, just like that. And I used to play that bell. And there's a big drum in there you might catch a glimpse of. Big drum. See it over there? That was a part of the standing drum kit that I improvised right there, that drum. Okay, I'm not supposed to be doing this, so I'm gonna step down before I get called on it. Okay. All right, so that was Chogye-sa, Chogye Temple. And 52 minutes, I think it's enough. That's enough time being ignored. Okay, yeah. He didn't want to be on camera. Fair enough. Yeah, that's enough time being ignored in the middle of like a really interesting place. I don't know. So, I'm gonna start wending my way back home to Paju, which is not nearly so interesting, but still is scenic and beautiful, just like I always say when I wrap up my videos. So, okay, I'm gonna end this at 53 minutes. I'm gonna try to anyway. That's a good number, 53. All right. Well, 53 is something. I'm gonna end it by bowing to the Buddha out front. Okay. See the catfish. Those are important. Catfish. And there's the Buddha. I forget which one that is. Not Shakyamuni. Anyone. Reverence and respect. Okay, that was Nagwon Music Market and Chogye Temple. In not as bustling as it used to be, Chongno, Central Seoul. Over and out. Let's see, how do I end this? There. Let's see. I don't know how to end it. Live. I guess I hit X.